Welcome to the coming apocalypse. Evangelist and pastor Paul Begley will take you on a journey into the end times prophecy. He'll examine current world events and explain how they relate to the end times. For decades, Pastor Begley has provided people all over the world with an understanding of today's world events from a biblical perspective. Now here's your host, Pastor Paul Begley.
Welcome. This is the coming apocalypse. I'm Pastor Paul Begley, and wow, are you in for a great broadcast today? We're going to be talking about what's called the Hosea prophecy. And might as well grab a Bible because we're going to be in Hosea chapter 4. We got 3 verses to read. But the unbelievable, it's almost unbelievable. It's something like one guy said out of an Alfred Hitchcock movie. The events that are taking place around the world as animal deaths, whether they be birds, fish, cattle, are dying all over the world. And it started really on New Year's Eve, bringing in the year 2011. It was at that night, just before midnight, that 5,000 blackbirds started falling out of the sky in a town called Begley, Arkansas, shocking the residents there. There's tons of footage on it and articles on it. You can Google it and read it. And after that happened, the next day, 100,000 fish, drumfish, actually washed up on the banks of the Arkansas River. Now, I was preaching actually that day. It was a New Year's Day, 2011. I was actually preaching a New Year's Day message for a church in Roselawn, Indiana. I was on my way back home to West Lafayette when I heard the news about the fish and the birds. And something in my spirit jumped to me, the Holy Ghost, and said, there's something here. Something biblical is going on with the signs of the second coming of Christ. And so after going to the Word and prayer, I found the scriptures. The Lord led me to Hosea chapter 4. Let's read it together. It's unbelievable. Here's what the Lord said through the prophet Hosea. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord has a controversy with the inhabitants of the land. Because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land, by swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood touches blood. Therefore shall the land mourn, and every one that dwelleth therein shall languish, with the beasts of the field, with the fowls of heaven, yea, and the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away. So it's quite evident in this prophecy, which was actually Hosea prophesying to the children of Israel at that time. Matter of fact, all through the Old Testament, I've had people say to me, well, that's Old Testament prophecies. I don't know why you're talking about it now. The Bible is 75% prophecy. And many of the Old Testament prophecies have been fulfilled, especially all of them that pertain to the first coming of Jesus Christ or the Messiah. But there are still many Old Testament prophecies that pertain to the last days that haven't been fulfilled. For instance, Joel said in the last days, there will be blood and fire and vapors of smoke. Folks, that's just a little taste of tonight's television show. You can watch it on your television if you have DirecTV channel 367, or if you have Dish Network channel 214, That's DirecTV channel 367 and Dish Network channel 217. The Coming Apocalypse will air tonight, 11:30 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss it. It will be a powerful program. God bless.